The Portsmouth Maritime Book Festival was founded in 2000 by Jeff Warner and Peter Cano. It was modeled on British festivals. And they both had a passion for New England maritime history and musical history in particular. The Witch of the Wave is a ship. It's an extreme clipper ship. It was built in 1850 by George Rains at North Mill Pond, and it was delivered to Salem, Massachusetts in 1851. She spent 34 years as part of the California trade, and in 1851, she sailed from Calcutta to Boston in 81 days and set a record. She was purchased by new owners in Amsterdam in 1871 and renamed Electra. So we welcome you all aboard, and we are very pleased to welcome Edith and Bennett and AJ Wright aboard on deck today. And I'm gonna turn it over to Edith and Bennett.
Hey, thanks so much. Such a pleasure to be here. Quite an honor.
Yeah, thanks for that great introduction. And well, we've got a mix of stuff we want to share today. We know that AJ is such a accomplished shanty singer, so we're going to start off with a few shanties and then move towards a Swedish boat loading song to finish off. So just something a little different to finish. But we thought we'd start with Roll and Go, which of course is the name of the Joanna Colcord's book, Songs of the American Sailormen. Roll and Go. And the Colcords are from our neck of the woods here in Maine. We're in Belfast right now. And Joanna Colcord is right next door, the neighboring town over Searsport. She was born on one of her family's ships sailing from Searsport to Singapore. There it is.
We got a book.
All right. They just got the copy right there. So she, Joanna Colcord, sailed on her family's ships 10 times before she was the age of 20, 10 times to Singapore and back. And then later in life, she wrote down the songs that she had heard and learned growing up. And one of them is Roll and Go. We encourage everybody to get that book that AJ just showed, because it's got the most stirring introduction describing why shanties are important parts of seamanship. And it's a great outward bound shanty to sing at the start of this session. So we hope that you'll all join in with the chorus, muted as you are, and let's get off the dock here.
Yeah, let's go.
We were warping around from the docks, way, hey, roll and go. Them pretty young gals come around in their flock, singing, rollicking, randy dandy, oh. It's goodbye to Sally and goodbye to Sue, way, hey, roll and go. And all of you other gals, goodbye to you, singing, rollicking, randy dandy, oh. It's goodbye to all of you gals in this town, way, hey, roll and go. We've given you enough for to buy a silk gown, Timmy, rollicking, randy dandy, oh. We're sick of the shore and our money's all gone, way, hey, roll and go. So we signed on a packet to drive us along, Timmy, rollicking, randy dandy, oh. Oh, we are bound around Cape Horn, way, hey, roll and go. We wish to Christ that we'd never been born, singing, rollicking, randy dandy, oh. Well, the anchor's away and the wind's blowing free, way, hey, roll and go. So get on your glad rags and put to the sea, Timmy, rollicking, randy dandy, oh. Round Cape Horn we must go, ho, way, hey, roll and go. Around Cape Stiff in the ice and the snow, Timmy, rollicking, Randy, dandy-o. So heave a pawl, now heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. Get working, me lad, it's a hell of a way. Timmy, rollicking, Randy, dandy-o. Now heave a pawl, heave 'em aboard. Ho, way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's aboard and the cable's all stored. Timmy, rollicking, Randy, dandy-o. That's well.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have AJ Wright, and AJ Wright was born into the shape note tradition. They've been singing and playing instruments probably as long as they can remember, and they have hands-on experience aboard the U.S. brig Niagara, and most recently they worked at Mystic Seaport Museum as a shantyman. And
actually, even more recently, I'm at the Connecticut River Museum on the onrust. Just
there you go. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling us.
It's very recent.
All right. Yay. Congratulations. So you play concertina and ukulele and dulcimer and cello forever. And like, it's your turn now. I'm going to be quiet.
All right. Well, having been talked up all of that, I was going to do something a cappella, just something. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to do this weekend that's off of a album that I put a lot of effort into getting because it's out of print and it was never digitized. It's only available as a record. Because this is a album that was one of my mother's favorites, and so I learned this song from my mother and she learned it from this album, so I've been going full circle. Copper Family song. But as I rode out on a bright May morning to view the fields and to take the air down by the banks of the sweet primroses, there I beheld a most love-like fair. 3 short steps I stepped up to her, not knowing her as she passed me by. I stepped up to her, thinking for to view her. She appeared to me just like some virtuous bride. I said, fair maid, where can you be going? And what's the occasion of all your grief? I'll make you as happy as any lady, if you could grant to me some small relief. Stand off, you're a bold deceiver. You are a false, deceitful man, I say. It's you that's caused my poor heart to wander, and to give me comfort is all in vain. Now I'll go down to some lonesome valley, where no man on earth shall e'er me find, where the pretty little small birds do change their voices, and every moment blows blusterous wind. So come all young men that go a-sailing, pray pay attention to what I say, for there's many a dark and a cloudy morning turns out to be a sunshiny day.
Thank
I set
you.
that one a little high.
That
It was wonderful. You did a great job.
That's one of my favorite songs, AJ. And I was thinking, oh man, maybe we should sing that. And then I realized I don't know it well enough. But you clearly do really wonderfully sung. Thank you. Well, we thought we were going to change up the game plan. We had another one, but we love the Copper family so much. We're going to sing a Copper family song. The only question is which one?
I know.
We've got one that's very obviously about the sea, pleasant and delightful. But we're kind of leaning Spencer the Rover, which is less obviously about the sea, but we can imagine that Spencer spent some time roving aboard a ship.
Yeah.
Should we do Spencer?
I'm sure Spencer floated about a bit on his roving.
Okay. All right. Thanks for tossing us the Copper family, AJ. I didn't think we'd get to sing any Copper family. These words were composed by Spencer the Rover, who traveled Great Britain and most parts of Wales. He had been so reduced,
Which caused great confusion,
and that was the reason he went on the Rome. In Yorkshire near Rotherham he had been on his rambles. Being weary of traveling, he sat down to rest at the foot of yonder mountain.
there runs a clear fountain
With bread and cold water he himself did refresh. It tasted more sweeter than the gold he had wasted, more sweeter than honey, and gave more content. But the thought of his babies
lamenting their father
brought tears to his eyes and made him lament. The night fast approaching, to the woods he resorted. With being weary of traveling, he sat down to rest at the foot of yonder mountain.
We already sung this verse.
That doesn't matter, we'll sing it again.
Then in the
Fifth day of November, I've a reason to remember. Being weary of traveling. No.
Oh gosh. I guess we haven't sung this one in a couple of years.
The fifth
Use your
day
shantyman skills, make up the verses.
on the 5th day of November, I've a reason to remember. When first he arrived at home to his family and wife, they looked so surprised
When first he arrived
to behold such a stranger once more in their sight. His children came around him with their prittle-prattling stories, to drive cares away. Now they are united
like birds of one feather,
like bees in one hive. Together they'll stay. And now they are living in their cottage contented, with woodbine and roses growing all round the door. They're as happy as those that's
got thousands of riches.
contented. They'll stay and go rambling no more. Yeah.
We made it.
We haven't sung that in years. Thanks for bearing with us.
Well done. Thank you.
Good move on that, AJ.
AJ,
Yeah, I mean, I love Copper family stuff. I love the harmonic world that lives in. But now for a sort of hard turn here. Much like you were saying that you wanted to do some scene music or shanties specifically. When I'm building up my set list, I try and think about what vibes with the other person that I'm performing with, and I was thinking this seems like something that you guys might enjoy. It's a Dylan Buston song. I almost never get to sing it. It doesn't have a chorus, but it's great for harmonizing on. You can get some real good hums on this one, so. This is one of the ones I never sing it, so let's see if I still have the words. What is better than a fish in the net? This is better, the fish I just ate. Rolled in corn and fried in a pan. Go bait the hoop net, I'm hungry again. What's more lazy than the buzzards that fly? We're more lazy, my partner and I. Lay on the top till my bottom is sore. Roll me over, I'll lay here some more. Shanty boatin', ain't it the life? Shanty boatin', fetch me your knife. Cut the line and let us float, clear the natches on a shanty boat. What is harder than an iron bell? This is harder, a snap turtle's shell. Go bring the pickaxe and dynamite. The way he's grinning, well, he looks like a fight. What is tougher than snap turtle stew? This is tougher, your old home brew. It knocks me down, makes me lay at full length. You think I'm drunk? Well, I'm saving my strength. Shanty boatin', drifting all night. Shanty boatin', feeling 'bout right. Lean back and admire the moon. Keep her drifting, be natches for noon. What is sweeter than sorghum syrup? This is sweeter, my old woman's lips. Watercolors, natchez stew. What she calls me is once won't do. Tomorrow evening I'll be ringing her bell down in Natchez under the hill. Scrunch up, let me lay at full length. You think I'm tired? Well, I'm saving my strength. Shanty boatin', tomorrow's the day. Shanty boatin', I can hear what she'll say. Roll me over, says Natchez stew. My old man just once won't do. What is meaner than a coon in a bag? This is meaner, a boat on a snag. Jump in the water up to your knees. Go back the boat off the sycamore trees. Shanty boatin', yes, and these are the facts. Shanty boatin', fetch me your axe. Chop her loose and let us float, clear the natchez on a shanty boat. Shanty boatin', ooh, shanty boatin', ooh, shanty boatin', shanty boatin'. Hope you were all humming to that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fun. Well, AJ, that's a cool song. And I guess the segue here is we've been boating here in Belfast, and I got a fun text from AJ a few weeks ago saying, oh, can I come to the row that's supposed to be happening today? And unfortunately, we didn't have a row that day. But for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we do these singing rows here on 38-foot 9-inch 10-oar rowboats called Bantry Bay Gigs. And we're working on reviving the shanties of Penobscot Bay on these boats and using them for a practical job, which is rowing. Also, we've been checking out rowing songs from other places. And when we were out on Greens Island and around in Hurricane Sound this summer, our friend Mary Evans from Warren, Rhode Island, suggested this song as a good rowing song. And dang, if it ain't a great rowing song. It's called Sundown Below. It's in several different archival spots. And it turns out it's really great for rowing. We've been working out what rhythm to row in. Maybe
We've got all sorts. We're kind of cracking the code a little bit on the different rhythms, and depending on what we want to do. This one, Sundown, was a great morning row. We'd go out for an early morning before breakfast every morning, and as we're kind of wiping the sleepy seeds from our eyes, this is a really lovely one, even though it's talking about sunsets.
Yeah.
But
works if the sun is near the horizon. It works.
Yeah.
It works for us. So more recently, I guess it's been recorded by the Johnson Girls, and I think that's where Mary got her version. Mm-hmm. I wanted to just mention Gib Schreffler's article, A Favorite African Tune, Rowing Songs, Corn Songs, and Other Inland Sources of the Sea Shanty Genre, a relatively recent and very interesting scholarly article about rowing songs and the African-American roots of sea shanties and the inland waterway roots of sea shanties. So there's some really juicy tidbits for folks. In our last workshop, someone said that they weren't anywhere near a coast, but I'm pretty sure they were near the Ohio River.
Yeah.
And shanty boat and all these great songs. There's a lot of that out there. So we encourage folks to check out that article and sing this one with us, Sundown Below. We'll sing it kind of how we've been singing it in the boat.
Yeah, sounds good.
You'll hear the chorus. Just join on in. Well, 6 o'clock, I hear 'em say, sundown, sundown below. 6 o'clock, I hear 'em say, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Ah, oh, sundown, sundown below. I thought I heard the captain say, sundown, sundown below. The sun is down and I must go. Sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. The day's been hot, you all do say. Sundown, sundown below. Time to quit and go away. Sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Sun is down and I must go. Sundown, sundown below. Sun is down in the hole below. Oh, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Ah, sundown, sundown below. Come to oars. We encourage. Thank you. Tomorrow, tomorrow during our solo show, which I think is at 1 o'clock, we're going to show a video of us rowing and singing with the whole crew, and provide commentary like a director cut, maybe I guess director's cut. So if you're curious about exactly how that works, we're going to devote that time to diving into that in more detail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, kicking it back to AJ.
Yeah, so how's this for a segue? You know what else involves a lot of rowing? Whaling. So I'm just gonna do one of, I would say, the most detailed and also enthusiastic sounding whaling songs that I know. There's a few different tunes to this one, but this is the one I originally learned it from and still the tune that I like best. I have to pitch it. Come all you bold fellows that have rounded the Horn, come all you bold fellows that are bound after sperm, for our captain he's told us, and we hope he says true, there's plenty of sperm whale on the coast of Peru. Now we've rounded the Horn and we're now off Peru. We're all of one mind and endeavor to do. Our boat is well rigged and our masthead well manned. Our rigging's rove light and our signals well planned. Now next morning early, about 5 o'clock, the man on the masthead cries, yonder she spouts. Where away does she lay? And the answer from aloft, 2 points on our lee bow, about 3 miles off. Then it's call up all hands, boys, and be of good cheer. Put your tubs in your boats, keep your bow lines all clear. Now then to your oars and make your boats fly. But one thing remember, stand clear of his eye. Now the first mate he struck 'em, and the whale he did sound. Our captain draws up and he tries to bend on, but the whale began to vomit and his blood poured to spout, and in less than 10 minutes we had him thin out. Then we towed him alongside with many a shout. We soon cut him in and began to try out. Now the whale is all tried and likewise gone down. He's worth more to us, boys, than 500 pounds. Here's a health to all whaler men, drink it down, do. Here's a health to the Bengal and the whole of her crew. Now you that wants money, I would have you to go to the coast of Peru, where the whale fish do blow.
Thank you, AJ.
Ah, that's fabulous.
Huzzah.
It's so great.
You've never
for
heard vomiting sung about so brightly.
Oh, I'm so happy, like.
Well, we promised a Swedish stevedore song for loading up the boat, and I think that moment has arrived. Whether you like it or not, we're going to sing a Swedish stevedore song. This is kind of fun. Back when shanty TikTok really took off in February, I was contacted by a chorus in central Sweden, and they said, woe is us. It was a high school chorus, 90 student chorus. Woe is us, we can't sing because of COVID. But it occurs to us, maybe we could sing if we learned shanties from you over Zoom. So I had a side gig, actually my only gig in April, was teaching sea shanties to Swedish teenagers, and over Zoom. It was really fun. We did a bunch of shanties from Maine and from my tradition here, but the stuff I learned on the schooners as a teenager and from the Colcord book. But, and here's my schooner t-shirt, just as an aside. Sam Manning, great illustrator Sam Manning. Check it out. These are the sorts of boats that I grew up learning these songs on. In any case, they enjoyed those songs, but also I wanted to give them something Swedish. And there is a really cool book called Sånger under Segel, which means songs under sail. uh, filled with Swedish language shanties and English shanties with Swedish translations. Apparently on the ships, there was just a lot of back and forth, very international cruise, people teaching each other songs, translating them, reworking them to suit themselves. Mm-hmm. And that was cool. They sang Ruben Ranzo partly in English and partly in Swedish. That's in that book. But the thing that was the real hit was this song, the Boxer Remser, which I think is because it just feels really Swedish in that these songs are connected. This one's connected with canal building right there in Sweden. Lots of digging canals and also loading the boats in the harbor. So it has this sort of, epic quality to it.
And it's got that shape note, sort of full-fledged, full-throated, let her rip kind of quality, which is really fun to get into, of course. And we sang it we recorded it with my sister and her partner, Ethan. And it's really rich with the four of us. And we're going to do our best with just the two of us, but I think you'll still get a good sense of the song. And where do we start it off?
We're going to do this in B flat.
Good. The people's key.
We did all instrumentals pretty much in our first session today. Now we're doing all a cappella. Mm-hmm. Maybe by the end of the weekend we'll have it balanced out.
Yeah.
Anyway. Box. Let's see if we can figure this one out.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's wrong.
The wrong interval.
Uh-oh,
hold on. Oh, box, oh, box, oh, box.
That's it.
Box.
Oh my gosh,
We just had it.
So hard to
We should just not think. We should just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Ahoy. Oh, box. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Ahoy. Oh, box. Oh, from its den for ahoy midden. Oh, samsa tog for ahoy midden. I am coming for ahoy midden. Oh, from its den for ahoy midden. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Oh, box. Ahoy. Oh, box. Yeah. We pulled it off.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that is cool.
Oh.
It's basically, the words are basically, a box.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, a box to load in. Oh, another box to load in. Lots of boxes.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
So great. That we also pitched that one quite a bit high, but yeah, we just had.
I would like to learn that one at some point.
It's on the YouTubes if you
Cool.
want to find it.
There's a
Yeah.
If you go to my YouTube channel, we made a video for the Swedes of us singing it.
Great.
With Edith's sister Elsie and her partner Ethan Tischler.
Cool.
And check that out. It's really fun. And you can go to the source for us for the melody and the harmonies, which was a band called Frifot, Frifot. And I'll type the name of the song and that band name and maybe put the YouTube link so folks can check it out.
One of the advantages of having my little wireless earbuds in is that I could keep listening while I ran away and got another instrument. To do something that I had totally not planned on doing, but seems like, oh, you can't even see this. I have a dulcimer in my lap, but you can't see it. You're just gonna have to know that it's there. Talking about shape note, I was not planning on doing this, but it seems like a nice... As I said, I haven't played this song in a long time, so give me a minute to get into it here. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Encourage if people want to sing the other parts at home. This is one of the better known, probably the best known maritime shape note song. Lay up nearer, brother, nearer, for my limbs are growing cold, and thy presence seemeth nearer, when thine arms around me fold. I am dying, brother, dying. Soon you'll miss me in your birth, for my form will soon be lying 'neath the ocean's briny surf. I am going, brother, going, but my hope in God is strong. I am willing, brother, knowing that he doeth nothing wrong. Hark, I hear the Savior speaking, 'tis I know his voice so well. When I'm gone, oh, don't be weeping, brother, hear my last farewell. Pretty good for not taking time to tune the instrument.
Yeah, been pretty good for not playing it in a while. Wow. Thank you. All right, it is. We have 10 more minutes left in the set and 10 for those who need it. And so, Edith and Bennett, have you got us another one?
Yeah. We'll just do a quick a cappella one. It's one you all are probably very familiar with. We just love singing Row On so much. And since we're kind of on a bit of a rowing theme this time around, this is John Roberts and Tony Barron's version. And I hope everybody's singing along on this one, because it's such a good sing-alonger.
It really dovetails nicely with what AJ just shared.
Yeah.
And we learned it from Mia Bertelli. She taught it to us initially. But there's another cool connection. It was collected by Gail Huntington, who found it in the library. The Three Brothers was the name of the ship, a Martha's Vineyard. Well, it was a ship that the logbook from the boat ended up back on Martha's Vineyard, and Gail Huntington found it, exhumed it, and now it's become this gray anthem. So looks like AJ will be crying. So our sincere apologies. But this has been a tough 18 months, and we all need the encouragement to keep on rowing. Mm-hmm. Keep on rowing.
Clouds are upon yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
Clouds are upon the summer sky. There's thunder in the wind. Pull on, and homeward hide. Nor give one look behind. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Bear where thou goest the words of love. Say all that words can say. Changeless affection, strength to prove. But speed upon the wave. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Like yonder river I would glide to where my heart would be. My bark shall soon outsail the tide that hurries to the sea. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. But yet a star shines constant still through yonder cloudy sky, and hope as bright my bosom fills from faith that cannot die. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Row on, God speed the way. Thou canst not linger here. Storms hang about the closing day. Tomorrow may be clear. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Yeah.
Oh, y'all. Goosebumps. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I have to remind people of a few things that the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival is a free folk festival. We've been running for 20 years. This is our 21st, and we have survived through a pandemic. Yay, but all of these years we have survived on donations. So if you look in the chat and check out our donations, also in our chat should be links to both AJ Wright and Edith Bennett's personal website. So please go there and support them. And what else? I think I covered it all. And so thank you so very much for coming and supporting us. And AJ, if you'll take us out.
Yeah, I sure will. Man, I didn't sing a lot for the beginning of the pandemic because of a lot of reasons, pandemic,
no worries.
losing job. And last February, after almost a year of not being able to do this, I was looking at a list and I saw the title of Rowan, and I just cried for half an hour because that was the moment that I was this is how much I miss singing with people. And it was that song. I didn't even hear it. I just saw the title and I was ah! So I'm going to do something that's short and has a lot of sentimental meaning for me. Another modern song. Another sort of Inland Canal related song. But this was the first thing that I sung publicly at a shanty sing as a kid, so. And I'm going to preemptively move away from my microphone. A hungry feeling came on me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell, and the old triangle went jingle-jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. The screw was peeping because he was sleeping as I lay there dreaming of my girl's sound, and the old triangle went jingle-jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Up in the female prison, there are 75 women, and it is among them I wish I did dwell, and the old triangle would go jingle-jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for coming aboard the Witch of the Wave for Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival's 21st pandemic version of the festival.
And if you wish to unmute and give everybody a round of applause, please do so.
Yes, do.
Bravo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Great having you here. Nice to see so many old friends.
Yeah.
And some new ones. So looking forward to singing again in person soon.